Lloyd Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below.
Good afternoon. Today is the 7th of June and it's time to continue our series that we've been doing for many years now, which is the top 10 best-selling cars of May 2022. One would have thought that perhaps by now the car industry might be sort of recovering from things caused by chip shortages and coronavirus and other things like that, but unfortunately we've seen a 21% drop in new car sales compared with May 2021, and this means that second-hand car prices are going to continue to be high for a little bit longer, and which is why people are hanging on to their cars a bit more than they otherwise would have done. But the sort of percentage changes are still very significant, and we'll look at these as we go on. I've changed the sound source for this to some headphones because I've not been very satisfied recently with the separate microphone I normally use for recording videos, and this gets consistently better results, which is why I'm using these headphones. Anyway, so first of all, we'll look at the breakdown of the fuel source that these cars that were sold last month are using in comparison with May 2021. Then we'll look at the actual top 10 best-selling cars of last month, and then we'll look at how the individual manufacturers are doing. I will put in a table for the actual top 10 best-selling cars, and then the top 5 manufacturers for last month. But apart from that, I'm afraid it's just my face waffling on, and if you don't like that sort of thing, well, you don't have to watch this video. So, forbidden fuel, we don't talk about it on the channel. Diesel, we have had another massive change. The market share for this type of fuel last month in this country was only 6.1%. That is a 51% decrease on May 2021. The market share was actually 10%. So it's a huge change. Number of cars sold with those engines has gone down from 15,500 to 7,600. And that will probably just continue now. People keep going on about why I don't talk about these particular cars on the channel, and it's because the market share is, for example, under half now what pure electric cars are. Imagine that. I have seen so much change in the last 3.5 years that I've been doing these videos. It is just extraordinary. But it's just, for the new car buyer is concerned, with just over 5% of cars being powered by that fuel source, they're just becoming something that's just difficult to sort of justify for many drivers. Not exclusively. There are some people who will benefit from these, I think, a very large vehicle, like a pickup truck, or someone who does incredibly high mileage. But for the majority of people, they're just sort of disappearing now. And I'm afraid just the way that it is. I don't really know how to say it very differently. Petrol's held up remarkably well. There's been a 25% decrease compared with May 2021. The market share was 48.4%. It's now 45.6%. But because the number of cars sold overall is down 21%, there's a marked difference in the number of cars that have been sold. So, for example, May 2021, 76,000 cars compared with 57,000 cars last month. Mild hybrid forbidden fuel cars, once seen as, like the answer to trying to get one to another, these have decreased in numbers significantly. 6.8% of the market in May 2021, last month 4.7%. Minus 45% change. It's gone from 10,600 to 5,800. Mild hybrid petrol, much more successful. The market share is now actually at 13.5%. It was 12% last May. The percentage change, though, overall is about 11% down, just simply because the number of cars sold overall in the market has gone down so significantly by about a fifth. So about 19,000 last May, last month 17,000. Pure electric cars, huge increase, of course, going from 8.4% in the market, 12.4%, despite the market down by about a fifth. Percentage change has gone up by 17.7%. So it was 13,000 cars last May, last month about 15,500. Plug-in hybrids, still very popular. Market share has gone from 6.3 to 5.9, probably just simply because of, they haven't sold so many cars. But still a 25% decrease. But number of cars actually sold has gone from about 10,000 to about 7,300. Hybrid electric vehicles, these are things like lots of Toyotas, Suzukis, many different types of car. We're talking full hybrids, not the mild hybrids. So the 1.5 Suzuki Vitara, not the 1.4, for example. Market share has gone from 8.3% to 11.7%. Crazy. So lots of Toyotas sold then because they're pretty much all full hybrids. 12% up, 13,000 last May and about 15,000 last month. Let's look at the sort of business sector and the private. Business sector is tiny actually these days. The market share has not really changed. It's gone from about 2.2 to 2%, although it represents a 27% change because of the figures going from about 3,400 to 2,500 compared with last year. So fleet sector, traditionally a very big sector in our market. It was actually over 50% last May. It's now down to 45%. It's a 30% change. Number of cars sold has gone from 79,400 down to about 56,000. When I say sales, I do mean registrations. Actually, I must point that out just as a disclaimer. The private sector has actually become the most dominant sector of all. It was 47%, it's now 53%, although it's still a percentage change down in terms of the number of cars sold, which has gone from 74,000 to 66,000. Let's now look at the top 10 bestsellers for May 2022, the part which many of you probably clicked on the video for. First, the Voxel Corsa, no surprise. Ford Fiesta's nowhere on the table, again, no surprise, about 4,400. Next second is the Ford Puma, 3,600. Then the third, the Ford Kuga, 3,400. So quite close between those two Fords, but again, the Fiesta, nowhere to be seen. The Golf, perennial bestseller in this country, 2,600. Fifth is the Mini, 2,500. Sixth is the Qashqai, 2,300. Seventh, the Sportage, which was a massive seller earlier this year. It actually topped the chart for 1 month. The Nero, which has just been replaced, again about 2,300. There's very little separates the Qashqai, the Sportage and the Nero. The Qashqai is 2261, Sportage 2260, and the Nero 2258. So very close between those 6 to 8 positions. Ninth for Polo, again a huge seller in this country. It's no surprise to see lots of Volkswagens in the top 10. And then the Hyundai Tucson is 2,100. The Polo is just over 2,100. The Tucson's just underneath it. We're going to see 2 Kias in the top 10 bestsellers, many times as we go through the year, I think. So there we go. We'll have a look at the chart now. So now we'll move on to the individual manufacturers and how they're actually doing. This is my favourite part of this sort of analysis. So we'll look at the number of cars sold last month, the number of cars sold in May 2021, the respective market shares and the percentage change. As always, we start with Abarth because this is in alphabetical order. Abarth have done very well because they basically have one model on sale, which is variations of the Fiat 500 design, but it's been around since 2007. 595 and 695 and other variations on the theme. 33% increase. Market share has gone from 0.15 to 0.25. Number of cars sold has gone from 234 to 311. Alfa Romeo, another sort of niche brand. Once that Tonali comes on sale, though, they'll probably sell a few more. Bear in mind the market's down by 21%, so a change of negative 7%, which is what's showing here, for Alfa Romeo is actually better than average. The market share's gone actually up a little bit from 0.09 to 0.1. Number of cars sold has gone from 139 to 129. Alpine, negligible. I'm probably not going to cover them because it's so small. Audi, traditionally quite a big player in our market and quite a big step down from 2021 in May. 29% decrease, was 8.19% of the market, now 7.28. The number of cars sold has gone from 13,000 to 9,000, so quite a big drop. Bentley's increased from 0.07 to 0.15. Number of cars sold has gone from 103 to 187, and the percentage change is 82% up. BMW, like Audi, not quite as big of a crash, but still significant. 17% decrease, 6.6% of the market's gone to 7. So it's comparatively speaking, an increase with everything else taken into consideration, but still a decrease in number of cars sold from 10,400 to 8,600. Citroën, they haven't done too badly, 14% increase. Their market shares have correspondingly gone from 1.53 to 2.2. I don't know why they're doing better, but it's good. Maybe they're selling some ones or something. I don't know. So 2,400 to 2,700. Cupra, they're starting to become a brand that actually makes a dent on this chart now. 51% increase, 0.41%. Excuse me, just don't want to sneeze on camera. Their market share has gone from 0.41% to 0.78. Number of cars sold has gone from 650 to 1,000. Very good. Dacia, probably due to this new jogger that's just come out, their market share has gone up by 58%. It's probably the most on this list. Let's check Bentley again. No, Bentley's a bit more. Dacia's still very good at 58%. They've gone from 0.9% of the market to 1.8%. They've doubled their market share. The number of cars sold has gone from 1,400 to 2,200. DS, another brand seeming on the rise for some reason, although not massive numbers for them, compared with something like Audi. 42% increase. The market share has gone from 0.13 to 0.24, and 207 to 293 cars sold. Fiat, in contrast to Abarth, 31% decrease. Excuse me. 1.3% of the market to 1.2. 2,100 cars sold to 1,500. They've actually made a promise to only sell cars with electrification in this country by July. That means some of them will be mild hybrids and things, of course, but they're dropping every single car that doesn't have a purely combustion engine. Ford, much better than I have been, minus 3% in terms of a market share going down. Although, because of the general trend downwards by 21%, their overall market share has actually increased, despite the number of sales decreasing, from 7.3% to 8.9%. Number of cars sold has gone from 11,400 to 11,100 though. Genesis we don't count because there's no figures to compare with 2021. Honda, 31% decrease, 1.7% down to 1.5%, 2,700 down to 1,800. The HRV is a very nice car actually. I do like that. Hopefully I'll get to drive one of those at some point, a brand new one. Hyundai have had an increase, 12%. We've gone from 4% of the market to about 6%, although the number of cars sold has not increased very much. It's a question of about 6,200 to about 7,000. Jaguar, like Land Rover, which we'll see later, quite a decrease of 53%. Maybe that's chip shortage, I don't know. 1.5% of the market to 0.9%. Number of cars sold, though, has gone down massively. It's gone down from 2,400 to 1,100. Jeep, similar story for some reason. Other latest brands are doing a lot better than them, it would seem. 55% decrease in market share, 0.34% of the market down to 0.2, 537 down to 239, so a big decrease. Kia, though, of course, an increase, no surprise, 4% increase, 5.2% of the market to 6.9, 8,200 cars sold to 8,500. Land Rover, like Jaguar, quite a decrease, 34%, 3.5% of the market to about 3%, 5,500 cars sold to 3,600. I don't really know why, but it's just what it seems to be going for some reason. Lexus, quite a minority brand in this country for some reason. I don't know why, but there we go. Not doing very well, unfortunately. 50% down. Market share's gone from 0.8 to 0.5, and 1266 cars sold versus 631 in May 2021. Maserati, quite a small brand in this country. They've had a very, very small increase. They've gone from 0.04% of the market to 0.05, and they have increased number of cars sold by 1, 58 to 59. Mazda, for some reason, 53% down, 1.7% of the market to 1%, 2,600 down to 1,200. Huge decrease for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Mercedes-Benz, like Audi and BMW, 19% decrease. It's gone from 9,500 to 7,700. 6% of the market actually increased slightly because it's only 90% rather than 21%. So sort of the same, I suppose, in a way. MG, of course, always on a rise, seemingly unstoppable. 28% increase, 1.6% of the market to 2.5, 2,500 to 3,100. Mini, 5.6% of a decrease in market share, 2.2% to 2.7, and not much more than MG actually, 3,600 to 3,400. Mitsubishi, we don't count those anymore. Nissan, 10% decrease, 3% of the market actually gone up to 3.4 simply because of the overall market declining. Number of cars sold going from 4,600 to 4,100. Peugeot, quite a large number of cars sold actually, both May 2021 and May 2022. Overall figure those down 17%. Market share's gone from 3.87 to 4.6 because of the average in the market, but number of cars sold gone from 6,000 to 5,000. Polestar, 79% increase. The market share has actually more than doubled, gone from 0.15 to 0.34. Number of cars sold has almost doubled too, 239 to 428. Porsche doing very well for some reason. So 58% increase, 0.6% of the market to 1.17, 921 to 1454 in terms of number of cars sold. Renault, for some reason, a brand seemingly in decline at the moment, as are the next few. 28% decrease, 1.5% of the market has gone down to 1.4. Number of cars sold has gone from 2,300 to 1,700. Saturn Skoda, whose fortunes seem to be tied because they're both part of Volkswagen, 61% decrease. 3% of the market has halved down to 1.5 for Seat. 4,800 cars sold, down to 1,900. Skoda a little bit better, 38% decrease. Number of cars sold gone from 6,000 to about 3,800. Market share's gone from 3.9% to 3%. Smart, tiny sales. I don't really count Smart, to be honest, most of the time. SsangYong, unfortunately, not so good. 19% down. The market share stayed the same though. It's 0.8 to 0.8. Number of cars sold has gone down from 120 to 97. Just shows you how much the market's decreased. Subaru, even more of a decrease, 62% down. Gone from 158 to 60. And the market share has gone from 0.1 to 0.05. Suzuki, another decrease. I don't really know why. I think their cars are pretty good, to be honest. Gone from 1.7% of the market to 1.15, 2,700 to 1,400, 1.7 to 1.15, as I said. So not the best. Toyota just keeping their head above water slightly. 15% decrease, so it's better than average. Number of cars sold has gone from 8,400 to 7,200. Market share has actually increased, though, because of the overall market conditions, from 5.4 to 5.8. Voxel, they've actually not done too badly. Sorry, my screen just gone off for a second there. 17% decrease, 6% of the market down to. Actually, they've increased slightly because of the overall market going down. 6% up to 6.35. Number of cars sold has decreased from 9,500 to about 8,000. Volkswagen are still a big change for them. 36% decrease, like a lot of the other brands in the group. Was 10.5% of the market, now 8.4. 16,400 down to 10,500. A big decrease in the overall number of cars sold. So Ford have beaten them quite comprehensively this month. Volvo, last one on the list. Tesla didn't own import any cars this month, it seems. Volvo, 32% decrease. 4,000 cars sold down to 2,800. Market share has gone from 2.6 to 2.2. So that was it. There were top 10 best-selling cars of May 2022. I hope you found that interesting. I do this for a very small number of channel viewers who are very interested by this. Some of you probably find it quite boring, which is why you probably haven't even watched this far. But never mind, we'll keep going as we have done for the last 3.5 years. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Those of you who stick with it all the way through, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video and leave a comment below. It really does help out and allows us to rank higher on YouTube and spread the love of everything we do all over the internet. Thank you ever so much indeed once again.